What's up guys, WonderBro here, and today we're going to do a little mental health video. I haven't done one of those in a little while, and I never want to leave you guys hanging for too long. Anyway, today we're going to talk about thoughts. A lot of things in life, if not everything in life, involving your mental health comes down to your thoughts. And we've touched on thoughts before, we've touched on positive thinking and things like that here on this channel, but I haven't really went into a whole lot of detail about thoughts, or maybe I have, but I don't know. I felt like I had a good point to make here, so we're going to make it. Anyway, thoughts are like a rabbit hole. If you follow your thoughts down this rabbit hole, you're not going to end up anywhere enjoyable. I can promise you that. See, we have a choice when we get a thought in our mind that we can either answer the door and let that thought in and continue to question it, look for an answer, look for a reason, look for proof as to why that thought is true or not true, and we can follow it all the way down the rabbit hole, and it's going to lead to even more troublesome, worrisome, negative thoughts, and it's just like a whirlpool. It's just going to drag you down. It's like quicksand. Following and answering the call to negative thoughts that come into your mind throughout the day is going to do nothing for your mental health except make you feel worse. Now, this is an addiction. Overthinking is an addiction. Just like drugs or alcohol, it is addicting and it is very destructive. So to get rid of these OCD negative thoughts that pop into your head, you need to change the channel. You need to not open the door. Maybe change the channel is not exactly the right wording for that, because the thought can sometimes be there. Answering the door is better for what I'm trying to say here. You don't have to answer the door. The thought can be there. It can be in your head, but it's up to you if you want to answer the door and let that thought in and think about that thought and answer that thought. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have these thoughts at all. We can't control what comes into our head or what pops into our mind, especially if we're bad off with anxiety and we're really sensitized. These negative thoughts tend to pop up on their own subconsciously. But what you do have control and power over is to not react or let the thoughts in. They can be there. They can be there floating around in your head, but you don't have to answer the call. And what I mean by that is, when you usually have a negative thought, what do? You answer the door. You answer the door and you let it in and you think about it and you try to figure it out. You try to solve it. Why did I have this thought? You have a worrisome thought pop up. What can I do to avoid this? You have these negative thoughts pop up and you try to figure them out. You try to work around them. You try to work with them and you think about them. Okay, next time you have a negative thought come into your mind, just pops up in your head out of nowhere. If you want to break this destructive habit of OCD negative thoughts that give you a lot of anxiety, what you have to train and dedicate yourself to do is to not answer the door. Kind of just let the thought be there and don't pay it any attention. You can let it swim around in your mind for as long as it likes, and just know that it will eventually leave if you don't answer the door. And that's what you need to do to get rid of these thoughts. Positive thinking is a whole nother thing. We should always keep a positive outlook in our life, but when it comes to negative thoughts, thoughts that you want rid of, thoughts that you don't want to think, you're going to just have to live with the fact that they're there for now, for the time being, but they will pass. And the less you answer the door, the quicker they'll move on. If you answer the door, they're going to keep coming back all day long like an uninvited guest. They're going to keep knocking because you're letting them in. So they're going to keep coming back. But if you keep the door closed by just letting them sit out there and knock, even if it's all day long, eventually they will move on and never return. And if they do return, it'll be for a very short period of time. They'll come, they'll knock, they'll leave. That's how you need to look at your negative thoughts that are giving you a lot of anxiety. Don't answer the door. And I know I'm not set up in my filming place area. I'm kind of winging it in this video, but really random thought that crossed my mind that I thought would be helpful for some of you guys out there who suffer with OCD negative thoughts. Really quick video that I just wanted to make for you guys, so I just sat down, started recording. I'm using my front camera, so probably not as good of quality, but I feel like the message is more important. So anyway, there you go guys. Don't answer the door to negative thoughts. It's a guest you don't want. Keep the door shut. Keep the door shut. Quit letting it in and it will quit knocking. Okay? Okay, that's the best way I can put negative thoughts. And yeah guys, I know I've touched on this before, but that was a better way I feel like for me to put it, and I hope it helps somebody out there. Thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for 600 plus subscribers. That's crazy in the short amount of time we've been doing this. It really means a lot to me. Thank you for everything. Subscribe if you haven't already. I make all sorts of content, not just mental health stuff. There's all sorts of stuff here. Somebody out there is bound to like something on this channel. There is something for everybody, guys. Anyway, until next time. You know what to do. Stay awesome.